Come.
New tonight, you see paintings like this. They're so detailed. They're beautifully crafted works of art, and they're artwork that has been showcased nationwide. But you might not know the man behind paintings like this or the challenges he has faced. He's an artist named Marcus Thomas, and he is paralyzed from the neck down. Yet he creates some amazing artwork. It'll definitely take your breath away. And when you see those pictures, it almost looks like a photograph. They're so detailed.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really, really is. Now, if you haven't heard of Marcus Thomas before, he is an artist based out of Western North Carolina, so he's local. He's in Weaverville.
Yes, he is, and this is a story of overcoming the odds, certainly, and succeeding. Fox Carolina's Derek Dellinger had the chance to sit down with a true talent.
Each color painstakingly chosen, each brushstroke deliberate, one thing at a time. Marcus Thomas's art lines the walls of his house, and he's always looking for that next thing to paint.
I fell in love with the process, started focusing on things I enjoyed, the outdoors, landscapes, birds, and then it began to take off and really take form.
But that form he's painting comes from an intense concentration and vision. And from his mouth. Marcus Thomas can't move his hands or anything else below his neck.
26 years ago, I broke my neck snow skiing.
This is Marcus Thomas before the accident. He described his 26-year-old self as a happy-go-lucky type, always on the go. He had been dating his girlfriend, Ann, for 4 years. Ann would eventually become his wife.
We both liked the outdoors. We did a lot of bike riding. We loved to ski, kayak. You know, it was really just, loving life, living life, and enjoying ourselves.
But on March 3rd, 1986, the day of that skiing accident, she had to make a call to Marcus's parents that to this day makes her emotional to think about.
I had to tell them that Marcus, was injured, and he had already lost a brother, so it was tough.
What followed was months upon months of recovery. Doctors didn't even know if Marcus would make it, but they knew for certain he'd never walk again.
The neck was broken, that the fourth and third cervical vertebrae, and I was dependent on the respirator.
And with that, a new path began, but boredom would eventually get the best of Marcus, and as the story goes, art came into his life merely on a fluke.
We were just playing around, we were at the office supply store and saw these watercolors and we're like, hey, let's give that a try.
This is one of Marcus's first pieces of art. Even he admits it wasn't all that great.
Unskilled, the drawing was very loose, childlike.
But how did this become this?
You look back at his paintings and you're like, why would somebody think that they could continue doing this? But I think it was a love at first sight with the painting. Something happened in his psyche when he started painting that he fell in love with it.
The deeper I went into the process, the realization that if I want to do a bird and do it correctly, I better understand the bird.
Everything that has led Marcus and Ann to where they are today, they say it's all chance. From the first watercolors to the calendars and art shows, it's all been at the suggestion of others, and it's led them to success.
Art was certainly never part of my life. Yeah. It really was never part of Marcus's life. It wasn't planned. There was no aha moment. It just happened.
And it's now a business, but it's also a personal partnership between these two that has defined this husband and wife, one they both say has led them to where they are today.
He cannot move, but he is the same Marcus that he was when I met him.
You really love him, don't you?
I do.
And an attitude that no matter what your circumstance, if you have the vision, you have to take things one step and one day at a time.
He's happy. He's so happy to wake up every day. And I think part of it is painting. I mean, it is the art. It is, of course it's me and it's the dog and it's just everything, but it's that passion. He has this drive.
That youthfulness I don't ever want to let go of. It keeps my mind fresh, my heart beating at that right pace.
Derek Dellinger, Fox Carolina News Tonight.
His talent truly is amazing. Marcus and Ann Thomas are working to put the finishing touches now on a book which chronicles the life and the times of the couple, as well as including his marvelous art from the beginning to the present. That book is expected out later this year, and I'm sure many people will certainly be interested in reading that. And Marcus Thomas also, Diana, has the distinction of being this year's pick for the Biltmore Estate Christmas wine label, a very big deal, especially in the local art scene. So he is making his mark in a number of areas, and great for him.
It's just amazing to see the early artwork and to see that and to see how amazing these paintings are now, and the fact that he can hold that paintbrush so steadily and to make that happen.
What a gift.
Wow. It is really, really something. I can't wait to see the wine label when it comes out around the holidays.
We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
A story we want to come back to for sure.
I'll tell you, good for him. That is great.
Yes, it is. On the Fox Carolina